Pluto moving into Aquarius for an Aquarian. So this video is particularly relevant if you are an Aquarian sun. So obviously Pluto is moving into your very own sign. So this means on a very basic level that you will feel the effects of Pluto in Aquarius probably a lot more personally and a lot more deeply than many others. So just a very quick overview and interpretation of what this could feel like for you and how these energies of Pluto and Aquarius could play out and how they could change from how they were when they were in Capricorn. So Pluto, the basic nature of Pluto is it's a planet of deep inner work and transformation. So it represents doing the difficult stuff that we don't necessarily want to do, facing the really difficult stuff in order that we transform on a deep spiritual and emotional level and come out a more empowered version of ourselves. And this doesn't necessarily mean that for all Aquarians, Pluto in Aquarius is going to be a really difficult time where we have to face lots of hard stuff, though that could be part of the picture. It's more a time of self-empowerment, stepping into your own power. So yes, you have to do the work, deep inner work of unearthing things that may have been suppressed and hidden in your subconscious mind or emotional body. So it's about making sure that you don't fall into disassociation, which is quite common with the Aquarian energy, is disassociating from difficult things and emotions and overcoming that and facing emotional and mental and physical challenges head on, knowing that that process is going to be hugely beneficial and you are going to come out better for it and fully transformed. So it's a really powerful time for healing and definitely for things like healing personal long-standing traumas and things like that. So really it's about stepping into your power. So you'll be given plenty of opportunities during this time to step into your power, to step up into your power. And what I mean by power is I don't mean becoming an authoritarian and lording it over people and making your own harsh judgments against others or situations. This is probably a negative expression of this, which is relevant to us all. What I mean by stepping into your true power is the right use of personal discernment. So there's a very big difference between making a judgment or judging and being discerning. And you are making, during this period, powerful, discerning choices that are right for you. And the period in which Pluto is in Aquarius, this will be extra relevant for you and extra important. And the other way that you can step up into your power, and especially as an Aquarian, because the Aquarian energy is about being unique and individuating and honoring your true authentic self. That's part of the path of an Aquarian, but it's about stepping into your power by owning up to your true talents, skills, and abilities. So this is an opportunity for you to feel empowered with what you can offer the world and how you're going to step into your true individuation and offer up what you have as a unique Aquarian to society and what you can give back to society. So true individuation, the true nature and path of the Aquarian is individuation, but it's often mistaken for individuating from everybody else around you. It's mistaken for being completely different and unique from others and not following the herd or following the crowd. To me, this isn't the true meaning of Aquarian energy and individuation. The true meaning is actually to individuate from your own ego. This is the true meaning of Aquarian for me. And Aquarians understand this more than most of the other signs, that the Aquarian energy can often see that there is an ego at play in life, which there is for all of us, and an ego is necessary in order to function in life. But often, more often than not, the ego can take over and sit in the driving seat. And you, the soul, the spirit, the original essence can be in the passenger seat under the thumb of the ego. To me, true Aquarian individuation is not about being different from others. It's about untethering yourself from the bind and the grip and the control of your own ego mechanisms. So with Pluto and Aquarius, this will be a really important, powerful time for you to take great steps and advancements in doing this process, which will ultimately lead to greater liberation and freedom for yourself and therefore empowerment. So Pluto is about taking everyone, not just Aquarians, to places that feel uncomfortable and difficult and really hard, places we don't want to go. And the power that an Aquarian can really use this transition for, this Pluto and Aquarian energy, the power that can be gained from it is to really get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. So in essence, Pluto is about showing you the wisdom that if you get okay and comfortable and accepting of suffering rather than resisting it and trying to and having an aversion from it, that's where the true wisdom of Pluto lies, that can result in your ultimate freedom and liberation. But it's a tricky business, because if you crave and desire to not suffer, and you crave and desire liberation and freedom, then more than likely Pluto will keep sending you reminders that suffering is inevitable. True liberation and freedom from suffering comes when you decide that you're okay with suffering. You decide that you do not need to have an aversion to suffering anymore. And this is the true meaning of deep liberation and the wisdom that Pluto can offer us. And it's especially relevant if you're an Aquarian sun. So accepting and surrendering to pain, discomfort, difficulty, suffering, that doesn't mean that you cannot have boundaries, that you cannot soothe yourself, all of these things, but there has to be an inner letting go to what is occurring, and less of a resistance to the suffering that you're experiencing. And this is where Pluto will find the path of liberation through you and for you. So the last thing I want to say about Pluto moving into Aquarius for Aquarians, although all of this is relevant to everyone, it's just especially relevant to Aquarians, and this reading is very much tailored to an Aquarian. Pluto is the planet of honesty and truth and getting real. Pluto does not like facades or masks or pretend play. So as an Aquarian, your task throughout this period, and it lasts a whole 19 years, so there's plenty of time to do all of these things and practice them. Your task is to be the most truthful, honest, and authentic, real version of yourself that you possibly can be. And with Pluto coming into your own sign, you will be given maximum opportunities to show your true, authentic self, to show up as you really are without having to wear a mask or a facade in order to fit into society. And this is the path of an Aquarian anyway, naturally, but with Pluto coming into Aquarius, then this process is amplified and is extra important. And you will hopefully really feel a sense of liberation and breaking through old patterns of trying to fit into society and becoming a really true, authentic version of yourself. And part of that process may well be when you spot other people or processes or situations that are somehow a facade or dishonest or dishonorable somehow. You may be able to see that very clearly. And as an Aquarian, it's part of the path of your purpose here on Earth to uncover that dishonesty that you're seeing play out in front of you, and to help others around you in a kind and respectable way rather than a rebellious, angry way, to see those acts of dishonesty and the acts of wearing a mask or a facade, and to help other people around you remove those things and practice with integrity and honesty and act in authenticity, in alignment with their true selves. And this will be part of your mission as an Aquarian, especially as Pluto moves into Aquarius.